See? There we go. Okay. Then you do open. Close, close, close.
That's 37,000.
They overfilled my burrito. Don't know what's up with that. Let's go ahead and see. So, the big project that I'm working on right now is doing a lot of refactoring. So, I guess that's going to be a thing. Interesting. All that's broken right now. So, what if we just turn around, get rid of that? Sites enabled. Alright. What's the command to double check on what sockets are being used? I think I notify. Kill. hate some commands like that, where they decide to change all. Oh. All right. Perfect. Figured it out. And for those who are watching, hello. There we go. Okay. Alright. I think this is everything. And when I actually jump over to pages, admin. Dashboard. I believe it's supposed to be router push or something like that. I think this will clue me in enough. Router link. There we go. Alrighty. Alright. Believe. Alright. Style sheet error. There we go. All right. Okay. Alert. Codeless store. Confirmation store, file store, JSON store, menu type. Page. User store, confirmation, MLBQRS. Confirmation store. Okey-doke. Actually. Yes. Thank you very much for the follow, Prophet2906. And then I can rip out Oh. The heck. let's see. Alright, so that's not the problem. Much gentler on the ice. Node modules. JS. James, fight me IRL. Bro, after pulling master branch, do I create my own make changes, commit, push, and then merge the branch back with the master? It is hard, bro. Oh yeah, it's definitely not the easiest thing in the world, but it really depends. Are you working on the project yourself, or are you working on the project with a team? Because whether you're working with a team or just by yourself, it will affect how you want to go ahead and do it. A team, but I should be the only one working on it at the moment. Well, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is when you pull it off of the master branch, you're going to want to go ahead and branch off onto one of your own branches. The reason you want to go ahead and do that is so that if you make any changes, when you go ahead and commit it, you're going to need to put it somewhere else. Then you're probably going to want to talk to your project manager and have them review your code and then merge it back into the master branch. If you try to push it strictly into the master branch, you are very liable to break something very important. Yes. You're going to want to create your own branch, make your changes, commit it, then push that new branch. The reason why you want to be very careful with your branching is that you might not be aware that there might be some hooks in there where as soon as you make a push, it will automatically upload the code to somewhere else. For example, it might automatically upload it to the production server. I don't know how the deployment is set up, but it will matter. You're going to want to merge it in later. It's because you're working with a team, and you're going to want to coordinate with that team so that you don't step on anyone's toes. But make sure you label it very clearly. Like, if it's a bug fix, do like bug fix slash, specify what the bug is. If it's a feature, do feature slash, then write a few, name it for whatever new feature. Make it just very easy to understand. When you push your own branch, it should be next master, or it might be off of test, might be off of develop. I don't know what branches are available on it. I think you could actually just do branches or git branch. Like what you can actually see, like on my own screen over here, When you do git branch, you can see what branches are immediately available on your machine. But you're also going to want to go ahead and check what other branches are available. I would definitely recommend to see if there's a development branch that is available to pull off of. Because pulling off the master branch is great to know what the production environment is, but we also should be trying to develop next to and with the other developers who are working off of development. Yes, git checkout-b new branch. Though, make sure to do bug fix slash what the bug fix is, or feature slash what the new feature is. It will make managing a whole lot easier. Well, there's always going to be only a master branch since it's going to be on your local machine. Typically, you're going to be able to go straight into the project. Might be Bitbucket, might be GitHub, and you should be able to see a variety of other branches you can work off of. So you're going to need to check out those different branches. I would recommend finding the dev branch, checking that out, and then branching off of that. But it's really all to make sure that you don't upset the powers that be, who will determine if you have a job next week, and make sure that you don't overwrite something that is very important or break something that's very important. Thank you very much for the follow, James. Monkas. But yeah, it's just always take every precautionary step necessary to protect your job. Thank you very much. I like to think I'm friendly, but you are equally cordial and awesome. And I always am very admiring of people trying to get into this entire field itself. I'm going to just hit that B new branch. I would definitely recommend doing, again, git checkout -b feature my awesome new feature. Or awesome new fix. And on top of that, depending on your project management software, you might be working off of like Jira or something else that's Atlassian. You should also put in the ticket number for your Git checkout. That will make it a lot easier for those who actually are doing the merging and make people more aware of what you are doing. Also, it's a good way for people to go ahead and follow your story to see, are you putting in the hours? Are you working on something? Are you communicating? Or are you attempting to communicate? And there's always a million and one things to worry about. Does the slash do anything, or is it just for the name? It doesn't really do anything, but it just... well, it sort of does something. It allows you to go ahead and kind of make it far more defined. For example, you can always look up, feature, instead of just always having like weird naming conventions all over the place. It just makes it far cleaner where you can separate the features from the bugs. Because, I appreciate people who are like, I'm going to go ahead and write a lot of code, and I'm going to release bugs as fast as I fix them. Fantastic. But we should still recognize what new products and services we're releasing, as opposed to maintaining the features that we're already putting out there. We're quite liberal on that part. I'm just a lowly computer student. Hey man, when it comes to this field, we're always going to be a student. We're always going to be learning. We're never going to be the master of everything. And that's really what keeps this field exciting. You're always going to be at that new thing. You're always going to be pushing the edge for something even more awesome. Trying to crunch through the start of a career. It's always tough in the beginning, but you are taking good steps and actually trying to reach out to other people, seeking out advice, looking for insights from people who've been doing this for a while. I've been in this field professionally myself since 2011, and I've always been surrounded by amazing developers who would be more than happy to kind of hold my hand and guide me to where I needed to be, or push me in the direction to be better than what I already was. You seem like you know what you're talking about. I know what I know, and really the best advice I can ever give any developer is be honest. You are going to be always surrounded by people far more technically inclined and smarter and cleverer than you. And if you're in that environment, you're always going to learn. And if you are honest, they're going to appreciate that. You can't trick them. You can't BS them. And if they know that you're going to be upfront, they're going to make sure that you can always get to that next level. That's nice. I feel like developers are either really nice or really demeaning people. My favorite comparison is that you don't exactly hire a programmer for their people skills. And some of them are definitely very, very people-person oriented. But it really depends on how left or right-brained a person is. And a lot of programmers, they are incredibly intelligent, incredibly talented, and good on them for being incredibly talented. But at the same time, they don't always have to be. When you are so ridiculously intelligent, you kind of get that Rick situation, like in Rick and Morty, where it's like, oh, I know everything, everyone's beneath me, you all suck. It's like, oh, you don't know this? I do, let me show you. Or, oh, you don't know this? Lol, dumb baby, I'm a genius programmer. There's definitely some truth to that. When I was actually going ahead and helping one of my friends learn to program, he would try to describe a problem, and I eventually go, okay, what are you on about? It's like, it doesn't work. That is a very helpful description, my friend, but what doesn't work? Well, this panel doesn't work. How does it not work? And eventually he gets frustrated because he doesn't know how to articulate the problem. I go over, take 5 seconds to look at the problem and go, oh, yeah, that's easy. Let me show you. This is how you need to describe this problem in the future. And this is how to fix this problem in the future. And this is how to articulate this problem to Google. Trying to describe a problem is hard. It always helps to show a code. It's only difficult if you don't know the proper terminology. One thing that you eventually get used to is actually copying the errors. Like, right here, you just copy it, throw it in, and you go ahead and fix it according to whatever logs are. Bon appetit! Hey, I like to eat a delicious burrito just before I code. But I woke up a little late today and I wanted to stream my code, so I kind of had to rush, so I didn't get a chance to eat. Which isn't too terrible. JS dash. Alright, JS hint loader is into thing. Though it makes me wonder what people's favorite programming food to eat. Like, some people, I see them nomming on popcorn. Some of them they're nomming on bonbons. You never know. for me, I think when I was working at one of my last jobs, I always had like a salad handy, and the previous job, I always had like crisps on hand, though I had a bit of a salt deficiency, so kind of why I was craving them. Really bad for you. But eventually I changed my vitamin regimen so that I could focus on being healthier. All right. So right now I'm refactoring my entire application because the way that I was doing it wasn't the most elegant way, nor did it make it easy to build larger applications. I wasn't fully using View Router to its full capacity, and because of that, I need to refactor that. Once I take care of that, my next goal is to go ahead and implement NodeJs and Nuxt into the default application. That way, I could go ahead and leverage Node far more easily. That way I can have a far more live application. After I implement those two things, then I'm going to be building out a tool to communicate with communicate with Twitch. And the reason it will go ahead and talk with Twitch is I want to create something where people can actually play some kind of game. Whatever it may be. I'm not sure what the game is, but it's the direction I want to code in. That way I can learn these new tool sets. But in order to get to that point, I need to make sure my application likes me. And I do have a good tool, and I did have make a working example the other day, but I need to go ahead and fix other things. So if we jump over to JS app, you should make it like a card game or something with cards being shown in DMs. I could probably easily do something like that. I was flirting with like enabling people to do something like competitively like play some kind of idle game through the chat and be able to show the stats and numbers, switch between the different players and what have you. But yeah, it's what I think would be fun, but it might be fun to go ahead and recreate a few other games. I don't know. It's just something to help me learn. Thank you. Hey, you said it. We're permanent students. Yep. And the only way you can really learn is to put yourself in a position to learn. All right. All right. Alright. Let's just do a fresh install of npm. When in doubt, full reinstall. Wow, that was a delicious bite. If you want to make any requests of what you would like me to kind of throw up, please do ask. Oh! Is it because of... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I figured out my mistake. Da, Governor Paruski. Tweetalsha. Oh. Okay. 1 second. Let's see. I need to fix that chat thing. Alright, looks like I fixed the chat. So it looked like what my mistake was, I actually doubled up on the app SCSS, which immediately threw all the errors. And because of that, it was never going to work. Yeah, stupid mistake is stupid. Well, come on. Close to the right. Close to the right. Looks like I gotta open it all. Cerulean, Cosmo, Cyborg, Darkly, Flatly, Journal, Litera. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. I just work with SAS, SCSS, because it's a little easier. Okay, so I need to 1, 2, 3. That will go ahead and clean up a lot of the mistakes at minimum. Why do you prefer less over SAS? Alright. Remove. Remove. Oh. It took me a little bit to figure it out. Not gonna lie. Though, looking at this kind of makes me want to refactor my own SAS code a little bit. because doing this every time is so tedious whenever I'm moving things around. Every time. Boom. Let's see. Tedious is tedious. You know what? Value of 1. Variable string. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Me too. I've been using Sass my entire life. My parents hated me for being so sassy. They tell me to be less sassy and stop talking back all the time. Wow! You are witty. So witty. I love it. Cerulean. Wait, I did something? Do I get a trophy? I mean, I'll buy you a freaking drink, my dude. Holy smokes, that was probably the most hilarious, witty joke I've heard today. I mean, did you come up with that on your own, or did you steal it from somewhere? I freaking love that, man. Well, really depends on how you want to evaluate that. Can I resolve components? Oh boy. Import Lux. So in other words, it was the only joke, and therefore the best. Okay, it's the best joke I've heard in a while, okay? Like, oh boy. Sandstone. Alright. Components data table. So, have you stopped being so sassy since then? That is fantastic. Data table component. Alright, if it's going to be an admin, and if it's not in there, data table component, components default, what's in here? So it is in there. Or nuance. I prefer to style in JS, but I prefer to everything in JS. Learn Vue.js, my dude. Gymnopedia? Okay, I need to find my queue, I guess. Why not jQuery? Or nuance. I'm sure you're a great chap, but if my project were my lawn, I'd be telling you to get off Milan, jQuery. Why does everyone have that reaction when I mention jQuery? I mean, JavaScript feeds into jQuery, and you have to appreciate that. But at the same time, we've long moved away from jQuery. I don't touch jQuery vanilla all day. Well, you code literally in the console, my dude. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd be already very worried about you. Because it's all bulky and useless these days, James. Are you talking about jQuery or your no-no zone? Let me IRL, bro. Wow. JS now has a lot of stuff native in it that jQuery used to be used for. I mean, I think it do a lot more like native JS than jQuery nowadays. So, oh, okay, I think I see my problem now. So, what if I were to do... So, if this is... Let's just drop to the bottom. So let's go ahead, close that up, close that up, close that up. Remove folder from project. Categories. Alright, I just need to basically reopen all of this. Can't remember the last time I directly used jQuery. Some packages might have made use of it without me knowing, but it's been years otherwise. Yeah, no team would ever have me. One day I will have the time to build like an adult, but for now I just try to get things up with what I know. And what you have built is actually still very impressive. So, I mean, do not let anyone tell you otherwise. How do I even select an element in pure JS even? Well, you would need to select it by class or ID. Wait, where did you see that ERD built? I have not seen it. He does actually live stream once in a while. You should go head over and hang out with him when he actually does work on it. It's pretty awesome. Me too, with jQuery, yes. Does it take 10 seconds to load? Me too, I stream sometimes. Yeah, you should go hang out with him. He's a pretty awesome dude. Takes 2.7 and it works offline, and you can add it to your screen without installing it. PWA or future? Let's go ahead and jump over to layouts. Admin. Could not. All right. Alright, almost there. I almost might have a stable build! Yay! Wait, did it work? PWA or future. 2.7, so that's a long time, and I don't know what format to type a location. What you mean, brother? I tried New York, New NY, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It says nothing, it says not found for both. Just do New York. What happens when there are places with the same name? Obama. Wow! 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 I mean, I appreciate certain reactions, my dude, but... No! Please don't go on bombing campaigns. I mean, it would be very much on the would-be highly appreciated side. So there's only one left after evacuating it. Those are people's homes, my man! I think I'll find a better weather app. Thanks, though. I like my cities to not be bombed. Oh my. Oh my. I love that it's just casual. It would be nice if you wouldn't, but if it can't be helped... Bombastic. How about this? The next weather app that is created, and all future weather apps will be patched, just to make sure that James Fight Me IRL has no access to any of these weather apps. It's an idea, and I think we should all mull it over. Because we don't want to give him any ideas. Alright. Finish building! Or else. Or else nothing, really, but still. Oh, the show map is nice. At least I know what location it's referring to that way. By typing in the name, you'll get the coordinates to the rocket circling around. Thank you. Oh, wow. Well done. Well done. Like, I searched London, and I didn't know if it was London, Paris, or London, West Virginia. A very small city nobody has heard of. I've heard of it. It's like a very common joke in the United States where people would talk about, hey, you might win a chance to go to Paris. Paris, Texas, but they never say the Texas part. And people are like, as soon as they win, they're like, I'm going to Paris! Eat my shorts, yo! And then they're like, yeah, Paris, Texas. So it's a bunch of humph. It's actually not even the current build. I still need to upload it. It's a lot in the everything wrong with. A series that rips movies apart. And who's sending me messages? Okay. So with it now properly built, let's see what I have to do. Okie dokie. Progress. Let's jump over to build application. No, it's supposed to be router. All right. So with this rebuild, so if it's always going to be off of site, it's always going to be off of this. And if it's always going to be off of that, then I won't need this. I won't need this. I just need this. Interesting. And we need to jump over to router site template. So let's jump over to templates. No, layouts, site. Huh. Most interesting. My unreleased dev work allowed me to build some cool competitive intelligence for my employer. I am getting ready to go present the findings to our execs. Well done. Good luck. I mean, a lot of people don't even realize West Virginia is its own state. They'll be like, you were in West Virginia? That's awesome. I have a friend in Richmond. That's Virginia, a different state. Rage! Bro, America is so big. I think one of the best quotes I've heard is in Europe, 100 years is a short time, but 100 miles is a long distance. But in America, 100 years is a long time, but 100 miles is a short distance. Country roads, take me home. West Virginia country mama. Pardon my singing. I am so sorry. Please have mercy on my soul. So, then if that's the case, site template, then that would probably mean I need to go get this components main. Duplicate that. 100 years in Europe equals to 50 years in America. Every 60 seconds in Europe, it's a minute in America. Press F to pay respects. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm going to sit on that for a moment. James, every 60 seconds is a minute. That's so sad. What? How is that sad? That's just life, my dude. Ah! What the? You're being sent. Do not tell me I sent it to the very wrong location. No, it looks like it was in the right location. It's just being weird. We don't even have Taco Bell in this country. I live in Yugoslavia. Oh, I am so sorry. You're not missing anything special. Dude, have you had the taco box? I mean, living in America can be troubling at times, but if nothing else, we can all stand proud and say we have the Taco Bell taco box. And you'll be satisfied for a couple of days. Unless if you weigh 7,000 pounds, and then you are satisfied for a whole 5 minutes. We may not have Taco Bell, but we have a war. Oof! Big oof! Ah. I eat Taco Bell at least once per week, but I would not call it great food. It's not about the great food. It's not about even the experience. It's a subpar experience, no doubt. But it is the American experience with Mexican-styled food. Me too. I don't think I've ever had Taco Bell. We need to get Taco Bell to Me Too immediately. As if their life depended on it. Isn't it made out of steel or something? How can you eat Taco Bell? With love, my friend. I mean, the nacho cheese Doritos Locos Tacos and the crunchy tacos. Oh man. That is love. That is life. I already had a burrito, and it was an amazing burrito. $15. It's a little cheaper than that if you go ahead and drive there. I think that's like the delivery price. My iPhone I paid like $700 for. I just wrote a scraper for Facebook events, but I did it as a node script that uses headlines Chrome, so I can make use of it on the back end of a web server. Oh! Do you have a link to it? All right. Home component. Ah, I think I see my problem. $700. That's almost expensive as a Taco Bell box. No, I don't have it posted anywhere. It's not written in a very generic way, so it wouldn't be a good release anyways. Well, as soon as you release it, do let me know. I would love to check it out. Me too. I used to do more web scraping in NodeJs, but the headless browser stuff seems to just be an extra step. I just do it in Chrome itself. LinkedIn has a lot of APIs one can leverage if they are off on the browser. No need for DOM scraping. Yeah, Erdnawat's tool is like pretty lit. I see my problem. Come on. Why is it giving me attitude? It shouldn't be giving me attitude. Yeah, Facebook has APIs too, but they ditched their Events API due to privacy concerns after Mark Z went before Congress last year. And because it's all XHR requests, the only way to automate it on the back end of the server was to do Chrome headless. I loved Mark Zuckerberg's deposition. It was hilarious. And had all the memes. And my favorite ones were always the ones making fun of the fact that he would just stare, and then actually start saying something. It was just endless amounts of hilarity. Yeah, LinkedIn is much worse in terms of data privacy that Facebook has ever dreamed about, but no one seems to care. Well, difference between LinkedIn and Facebook is LinkedIn makes their users money. So, if people aren't going to be too concerned about that. Facebook, people are like, hey, I'm giving away all my information. Holy smokes, when I give it away, people try to make money off it? Pikachu face. I don't use LinkedIn. I hate their business model, Authwall, and everything else just about it. Good idea, but horrible execution and business decisions, in my opinion. LinkedIn is the bomb. Yeah, I agree, but it is necessary for what I do. I've only had a small handful of recruiters I took issue with from LinkedIn, but most of them are pretty decent. But it doesn't change the fact that I will often find myself still bombarded with a number of requests for like, hey, come work for us. And I have a hard time discerning, are you just sending a request to everyone or not? Like this one particular job. Like, the one thing that immediately throws me off on this particular job is that it has a seemingly non-English name. And since it doesn't have a seemingly English name, I'm immediately thinking, you're just talking to everyone, aren't you? And a lot of it does look good, but it does immediately throw up red flags. I'm more annoyed by how much LinkedIn tries to upsell. Leave me alone. Well, you don't have to buy in. Yes, they are just sending the request to everyone. A good way to know if that is the case, add your middle name to your first name. Bulk emails and LinkedIn will pick up both names. Haha! That is fantastic. That's actually a good way to go. But yeah, it annoys me when the entire request isn't, like, personalized. Well, wouldn't the lowering case of your name kind of give away that you aren't that serious or that you aren't professional? The middle name aspect definitely sounds good. So let's go ahead and change it. People actually do need to actually reach out to me. Yeah, then. There we go. I have tools that account for that, but they're not public. Well, the thing is, it says that you care. That's the important part. I always figured it was a stylistic thing. 1 second. Hello, you have Jacob. Doing quite well. Hold on. Give me 5 minutes. Be right back.
the downtown lights start to come out at night, we go insane, and when I arrive I start to lose my mind, I go insane, cause they told me you take too much, yeah, I sure do, so I can feel that now. If they only knew how this was, yeah, they would too, just to feel that now. Cause I ain't got no friends, I ain't got nobody, all I got ahead is a moonlit road. Cause they told me you take too much, yeah, I sure do, so I can feel that now. If they only knew how this was, yeah, they would too, just to feel that now. Cause I ain't got no friends, I ain't got nobody, all I got ahead is a moonlit road. When the downtown lights start to come out at night, we go insane, and when I arrive I start to lose my mind, I go insane, cause they told me you take too much, yeah, I sure do, so I can feel that now. If they only knew how this was, yeah, they would too, just to feel that now. Cause I ain't got no friends, I ain't got nobody, all I got ahead is a moonlit road. Cause they told me you take too much, yeah, I sure do, so I can feel that now. If they only knew how this was, yeah, they would too, just to feel that now. Cause I ain't got no friends, I ain't got nobody, all I got ahead is a moonlit road. A moonlit road. As I wake up every morning, I wish the day would end, because a day without you in my life, I don't know how to mend. And I was like, eh, 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 oh, 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 oh. You were like, eh, 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 no, oh, no, oh. I was like, eh, 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 oh, 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 oh. You were like, eh, 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 no, oh, no, oh. Come on, let's rewind till I smile. That look upon your face. My heart is empty and unguided. I'm blind leading chase. Thought I had a plan with you and me. Was it there enough my own dream, breaking me down to my knees?
Ugh. Took a little longer than I anticipated. Sorry about that. Thought the recruiter would be a little quicker on that. Alright. Let's see. How much time have I been on this? 2 hours. Okay. Okay. So, if we're going to... Let's see. What if I do this then? Come on. Hurry up and build. Blech. So slow! Ah! Not to self. I need a faster way. It's fine for now. What is the standard structure? Doesn't seem to really care what I do with it. So, for sake of proof of concept, running into meetings. See you later. Later, Noahs. Chat. HTML live. Could have swore. Alright, where's it looking? Damn it. HTML dev. Okay. All right. And we have those two. And those respective links. It's just a question of connecting to it. Don't hail Hydra. Very bad idea. Okay. Really? Interesting. Interesting, to say the least. Feel like I need to spend some more time doing some background configuration, and need to figure this out. Router. So that's the component. Oh, snap! Like inside the router. Can you define the template? Would it be better just to run it off of that and it's just talks to it? And it just talks to that one respective port? Might be better. Might be cleaner. But at the same time, I need to be able to build it for a variety of sites. I don't know. I feel like I need to mull it over. Oh, I'll just revisit this later. I need to go actually take care of something, but I'll be back in a couple of hours. Maybe 4 hours.